So thermodynamics and definitions of thermodynamics. So branch of physics which deals with process involving heat, work, and internal energy is called thermodynamics. Okay. So that branch of physics which deal with the process involving heat, work, and internal energy. So इनको हम लोगों ने देखा भी है कि first law of thermodynamics में जो relation हमें मिलता है, that is delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. So that gives you a relationship between heat, work, and internal energy, right? So studying about all that involving relations between heat, work, and internal energy is called thermodynamics. So it mainly deals with the conversion of heat into mechanical work and vice versa. Okay. Now thermodynamic variables or parameters. So there are these are the quantities, जो thermodynamic variables, and these are the quantities like pressure, volume, temperature, which help us to study the behavior. Basically state कहलाता है, thermodynamic states से भी जाना जाता है, which help us to study the behavior of a thermodynamic system. So there are some other thermodynamic variables such as entropy, internal energy, etc. But these thermodynamic variables can be expressed in terms of pressure, volume, and temperature. तो generally तीन ही thermodynamic variable माना जाता है, बाकी सबको हम pressure, volume और temperature के respect में represent कर सकते हैं. तो pressure, volume, and temperature. Now, thermodynamic system. So the system which can be represented in pressure, volume, and temperature is known as thermodynamic system. So thermodynamic system are of three types on the basis of mass and energy transfer. So first is open system, closed system, and isolated system. So the system in which both heat and matter can be exchanged is defined as open system, and the system in which only heat is exchanged is defined as closed system. जिसमें heat और matter मतलब substances can come in mass change कर सकता है, उसका वो open system हो गया. और जो closed system हो उसमें बस heat transfer हो सकता है, मैटर का एक्सचेंज नहीं होता. आइसोलेटेड सिस्टम जिसमें हीट और मास दोनों चेंज नहीं करता है, तो हीट और मैटर दोनों चेंज नहीं करता है. The system in which neither heat can be exchanged nor work can be done is defined as isolated system. The change in internal energy in this system is always zero. तो isolated system होगा तो internal energy में change is always zero. Any thermodynamic process happening in this system cannot change its internal energy. Now, fourth one is heterogeneous system. A system which is not uniform throughout is said to be heterogeneous. Example, a system consisting of two or more immiscible liquids are heterogeneous system. Then we have homogeneous system. A system is said to be homogeneous if it is completely uniform throughout, that is pure, solid, or liquid. So that is homogeneous system. Now surroundings. So anything outside the system which exchanges energy with the system and which tends to change the properties of the system is called its surrounding, right? जो कि मतलब exchange करे energy with the system, right? And changes the property of the system is called its surrounding. So surrounding is everything except the system is called surrounding. Now thermodynamic state, the state of a system can be described completely by composition, temperature, volume, and प्रेशर. चार चीज से स्टेट डिफाइन होता है, एक कॉम्पोजिशन से, टेम्परेचर से, वॉल्यूम से और प्रेशर से. नाउ इफ अ सिस्टम इज होमोजेनियस एंड हैज डेफिनिट मास एंड कॉम्पोजिशन, देन द स्टेट ऑफ द सिस्टम कैन बी डिस्क्राइब्ड बाय रिमेनिंग थ्री वेरिएबल्स, नेमली टेम्परेचर, प्रेशर एंड वॉल्यूम. तो अगर होमोजेनियस सिस्टम है तो मास और कॉम्पोजिशन उसमें यूनिफॉर्म रहता है, तो उस केस में द स्टेट इज बीइंग डिफाइंड बाय टेम्परेचर, प्रेशर एंड वॉल्यूम. These variables are interrelated by equation PV is equal to mu RT. Okay. The thermodynamic state of the system is its condition as identified by two independent thermodynamic variables, PV or PT or VT. Now thermal equilibrium, the state of two bodies or systems in which no net heat flows between them, is known as state of thermal equilibrium. In this state, all parts of the system are at the same temperature. Now zeroth law of thermodynamics क्या कहता है? तो thermal equilibrium, दो system thermal equilibrium में या दो bodies thermal equilibrium में तब होगा in which no net heat flows between them. So ना तो मतलब दोनों में से किसी से भी हीट फ्लो नहीं होता है, तो उसको हम लोग थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम कहते हैं। उन दो बॉडीज को थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में बोलेंगे। एंड इन दिस स्टेट ऑल पार्ट्स ऑफ द सिस्टम आर एट द सेम टेम्परेचर, राइट? अब zeroth law of thermodynamics is, according to zeroth law of thermodynamics, if two systems A and B are separately in thermal equilibrium with the third system, then the system A and B, when brought into thermal contact, will also be in thermal equilibrium. तो अगर A C से thermal equilibrium में है, B C से thermal equilibrium में है, तो A और B भी आपस में thermal equilibrium में होंगे. In other words, if A is in thermal equilibrium with C, B is in thermal equilibrium with C, then A and B will also be in thermal equilibrium when brought in contact. When brought in contact. Now, zeroth law क्या बताता है? This law indicates that for systems in thermal equilibrium, there must exist a common property which remains the same. This property is the temperature. Thus, zeroth law defines temperature. So, this law indicates that for system in thermal equilibrium, there must exist a common property which remains the same. This property is temperature. तो जो प्रॉपर्टी सेम रहेगा, थर्मोडायनेमिक प्रॉपर्टी जो सेम रहेगा इसमें, दैट इज टेम्परेचर. द zeroth law defines temperature. For two bodies or systems in contact, heat flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. तो heat हमेशा किधर से किधर फ्लो करेगा? हायर टेम्परेचर टू लोअर टेम्परेचर. एंड टेम्परेचर गिव्स अ मेजर ऑफ हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस ऑफ अ बॉडी, है ना? तो दिस गिव्स अ मेजर ऑफ हॉटनेस और कोल्डनेस ऑफ अ बॉडी. When two systems are in thermal equilibrium, then only temperature is the property of the system which is equal to that of another system. It is not necessary that internal energy, pressure or volume or of two different systems should be same. सो थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में बस टेम्परेचर इक्वल होने की जरूरत है, कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि इंटरनल एनर्जी, प्रेशर और वॉल्यूम भी सेम हो. Thermodynamic equilibrium, a system is said to be in a state of thermodynamic equilibrium if the macroscopic variables describing the thermodynamic state of the system do not change with time. So thermodynamic equilibrium में तब होगा जब जितने भी macroscopic variables हैं, तो वो सब अगर चेंज नहीं करता है टाइम के रेस्पेक्ट में, तो हम सिस्टम को थर्मोडायनेमिक इक्विलिब्रियम में बोलते हैं. सो कंसिडर अ गैस inside a closed rigid container completely insulated from the surroundings. So if the pressure, volume, temperature, mass and composition of the gas do not change, कुछ भी change नहीं करेगा, ना तो pressure change कर रहा है, ना volume, ना temperature, ना mass और ना composition of the gas changes, then in that case, then it is in a state of thermodynamic equilibrium. ठीक है. थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम और थर्मोडायनेमिक इक्विलिब्रियम में यही डिफरेंस है कि थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में बस टेम्परेचर जो है कांस्टेंट है, और थर्मोडायनेमिक इक्विलिब्रियम में सारी चीजें जैसे प्रेशर है, वॉल्यूम है ना, ये सारी चीजें कांस्टेंट होगा. प्रेशर, वॉल्यूम, टेम्परेचर, मास, कॉम्पोजिशन, ये कुछ भी चेंज नहीं करेगा. Now, a system in the state of thermodynamic equilibrium, so a system in the state of thermodynamic equilibrium possesses the following equilibria simultaneously. Okay. So first is mechanical equilibrium. Okay. So there is no unbalanced force in its interior or between the system and the surrounding. Second is thermal equilibrium. Okay. All parts of the system and the surrounding are at the same temperature. Third is chemical equilibrium. Right. So the system does not undergo any spontaneous change in its internal structure due to chemical reaction, diffusion, etc. So these are different types of equilibrium, basically. Sorry. Yeah. Now thermodynamic processes. So a thermodynamic process is said to occur if thermodynamic variables of a system undergo a change with time. So thermodynamic process कब occur करेगा जब thermodynamic variables of a system undergo a change with time. So some of the thermodynamic processes are as follows. First is isothermal process. Okay. So it is a thermodynamic process which occur at a constant temperature. Second is isobaric process. So it is a thermodynamic process which occur at constant pressure. Third is isochoric process. So it is the thermodynamic process which occur at constant volume. And fourth is adiabatic process. So it is the thermodynamic process in which there is no exchange of heat energy between system and surrounding. ठीक है, तो एडियाबैटिक प्रोसेस जहाँ पे कि कोई भी हीट एक्सचेंज नहीं हो रहा, नो हीट एक्सचेंज. आइसोकोरिक जब कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम है, तो यहाँ पे नो एक्सचेंज ऑफ हीट एडियाबैटिक में, आइसोकोरिक में कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम, आइसोबारिक में कांस्टेंट प्रेशर, आइसोथर्मल में कांस्टेंट टेम्परेचर. Cyclic process. So cyclic process is that thermodynamic process in which the system returns to its initial stage after undergoing a series of changes. तो कई सारे कोई भी सारे thermodynamic processes से होते हुए वापस अगर हम लोग सेम thermodynamic state में पहुंच जाएं तो उसको हम लोग cyclic process कहेंगे. Non-cyclic process. So non-cyclic process is that process in which the system does not return to its initial stage. Quasi-static or equilibrium process. So quasi-static is a thermodynamic process which proceeds extremely slowly such that at every instant of time the temperature and pressure are same in all parts of the system. So बहुत slow process जब होगा उस समय टेम्परेचर एंड प्रेशर आर सेम एट ऑल पॉइंट, मतलब हर मोमेंट पे क्वाजी स्टैटिक प्रोसेस में हर मोमेंट पे वो थर्मोडायनेमिक इक्विलिब्रियम में रहेगा सिस्टम. तो ऐसे प्रोसेस जो बहुत एक्सट्रीमली स्लोली अकर करता है इज नोन एज क्वाजी स्टैटिक प्रोसेस. Now reversible and irreversible processes. A reversible process is one in which the changes in heat and work of direct process from initial to a final state are exactly retracted in opposite sense in the reverse process, and the system and surroundings are left in their initial states. So the reversibility is an ideal concept and cannot be realized in practice. तो अगर system सारे changes होके हम लोग वापस उसी state में पहुंचे तो ऐसे प्रोसेस को रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस बोलेंगे. सो रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस इज वन इन विच द चेंजेस इन हीट एंड वर्क इज ऑफ डायरेक्ट प्रोसेस फ्रॉम इनिशियल टू फाइनल स्टेट आर एग्जैक्टली रिट्रैक्टेड. मतलब अगर ये प्रोसेस गया इनिशियल से फाइनल तो इसी प्रोसेस से वापस आएगा सेम पाथ पे. ठीक है, तब उसको हम लोग रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस कहते हैं. सो द प्रोसेस विच इज नॉट रिवर्सिबल इज द इरिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस. तो जो रिवर्सिबल नहीं है उसको इरिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस बोलेंगे. इन नेचर द processes are irreversible. Now indicator diagram और PV diagram. So जो प्रेशर और वॉल्यूम को जब हम लोग प्लॉट करते हैं so that is known as indicator diagram or PV diagram. So in the equation of state of gas, PV is equal to mu RT. Two thermodynamic variables are sufficient to describe the behavior of a thermodynamic system. So if any two of the three variables P, V and T are known, then the third can be calculated. PV diagram is a graph between the volume V and pressure P of the system. Okay. The volume is plotted against x-axis whereas pressure is plotted against y-axis. So this is our pressure volume relationship. The point A represents the initial stage of the system. Initial pressure of the system is Pi and initial volume of the system is Vi. The point B represents the final state of the system. Pf and Vf are the final pressure and volume of the system respectively. The point between A and B represents the intermediate state of the system. With the help of indicator diagram, we calculate the amount of work done by the gas or on the gas during expansion or compression. Now work done by the gas. So दो चीज होता है, एक work done by the gas and work done on the gas. ठीक है, तो work done by the gas मतलब जो हम लोग वर्क करते हैं, मतलब when the work is done by the gas means external जो फोर्स होगा उसके अगेंस्ट जो वर्क डन होता है गैस के द्वारा, दैट इज नोन एज वर्क डन बाय द गैस एंड दैट इज ऑलवेज टेकन एज पॉजिटिव. Work done on the gas is always taken as negative. So when work is done by the gas, it will expand, right? The volume will increase. So in that case, the work done is taken as positive. So in various thermodynamic processes, gases expands against external pressure or are compressed by external agency. While expanding, gas does work on its surrounding as the expense of its internal energy, and when an external energy compresses the gas, it does work on the gas. ठीक है, तो internal energy को use करके work is done by the gas, and when the work is done on the gas, uh, then the external agency compresses the gas. So conventionally work done by the gas is taken as positive. तो अगर conventional sign convention हम लोग follow करें तो work done by the gas is taken as positive when it expands and taken as negative when it is compressed. Now consider a cylinder with piston containing an ideal gas. So let P, V and A. P with the pressure of gas, V is the volume of the gas and A is the area of piston. So if this is the force F, P, and let's say this is X and this displacement is dx. So force exerted by the gas on piston F is equal to P into A. So suppose gas is allowed to expand a distance dx. So work done by the gas for small displacement dx is given by dw is equal to F dx, or dw is equal to pressure into area into dx. So F is equal to force is equal to pressure into area से replace कर दिया. So pressure into area into dx, और dw is equal to a dx क्या होता है, वॉल्यूम होता है. So dw is equal to p dv हो गया. So here dw gives the work done by the gas as its volume changes by dv. ठीक है, so work done by the gas as volume of gas changes from v1 to v2 is given by w is equal to p dv v1 to v2. Now, if V increases, then work done by the gas is positive. If V decreases, then work done by the gas is negative. Now, figure below shows PV curve of a gas that expands from V1 to V2. So, this is our PV curve which expands from V1 to V2. Note the arrow showing the direction of the process. So, this is the direction of the process, initial to final. और PdV मतलब area under this graph between the volume axis and initial and final volume. This whole area gives the work done. So from knowledge of graphical meaning of integration, PdV V1 to V2 is basically area under PV curve and V axis from V1 to V2. So but PdV V1 to V2 is work done. So work done by the gas is area under PV curve and V axis from V1 to V2. Important point regarding work done. So important points regarding work done. First, when gas expands, it does work on surrounding and loses its energy, right, in the process. Hence, expansion tends to increase internal energy of system and hence decrease in temperature of the gas. So it decreases internal energy and hence decreases its temperature जब expansion होगा. When gas is compressed, surrounding does work on the gas, gains energy in this process. Hence, compression tends to increase internal energy of the system and hence increase in internal energy, increase in temperature of the gas. Now, first example, a gas expands in a piston cylinder device from V1 to V2. The process being described by P is equal to A by V plus of B, where pressure P and volume V, the work done in this process is given by. So see, we know that work done is equal to P dV integration V1 to V2. Now P is work pressure in terms of volume is given as A by V plus of B dV integration V1 to V2. So this is अगर इंटीग्रेशन साइन को अंदर लेके जाएं V1 to V2 A by V dV plus B dV V1 to V2. So this is equal to A कॉमन ले लेंगे बाहर 1 by V का ln V हो जाता है इंटीग्रेशन V1 to V2 प्लस ऑफ बी डी वी बी वी हो जाएगा dv का इंटीग्रेशन v होगा b कांस्टेंट है v1 टू v2 हम लोग लिमिट डाल देते हैं a ln v2 माइनस ln v1 प्लस b टाइम्स v2 माइनस v1 सो दिस इज a ln v2 माइनस ln v1 इज ln v2 बाय v1 ठीक है जो सब्ट्रैक्शन होता है और कॉमन लेते हैं लॉन को तो वो डिवीजन में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है लॉन v2 बाय v1 प्लस ऑफ b टाइम्स v2 माइनस v1 सो दिस इज वर्क डन a ln v2 बाय v1 प्लस b टाइम्स v2 माइनस v1 सो दिस इज ऑप्शन 4 क्लियर बच्चों Now, work done during a cyclic process. So, cyclic process, any process in which the system returns to its initial state after undergoing a series of changes is known as cyclic process, right? तो series of changes के बाद वापस अपने पोजीशन पे पहुंच जाए initial state पे उसको cyclic process कहते हैं. Work done during a cyclic process, suppose a gas expands from the initial state A to the final state B. So A से B तक आया after undergoing a series of changes of pressure and volume along the path AXB, work done by the gas during the expansion is area of AXBCDA. तो ये जो पूरा एरिया है ठीक है ये आपको एरिया होगा work done by the gas during expansion. Now the gas is subjected to different series of changes of pressure and volume so that it returns to its initial state A during the path B by A. So it returns to its initial state here, right? So A से B आया और B से वापस A चला गया इस पाथ से. अब ये वाला जो एरिया है उससे सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देंगे. So work done on the gas नेगेटिव साइन होता है. So this is minus of area B by ADCB. So अब ये W1 है और ये W2. So during compression work done on the gas which is taken as negative, the net ठीक है यहाँ पे गैप होगा the net work done during the cyclic process is W is equal to W1 plus W2. So this is W1 plus W2, that is area of AXBCDA minus area of BYADCB. So this will give you area of AXBYA. मतलब इसके अंदर का जो एरिया है, this area is basically Okay, so this will be the work done in a cyclic process, area under inside this curve, closed curve. So work done by per cycle is numerically equal to the area of the loop representing the cycle. If the closed loop is retraced in the clockwise direction, then work done is positive. So sorry, if the closed loop is traced in the clockwise direction, then work done is positive. If the closed loop is traced in the anti-clockwise direction, then the work done is negative. ठीक है? So anti-clockwise direction में जाएंगे इस direction में तो नेगेटिव होगा वर्क डन, और क्लॉकवाइज में जाएंगे तो पॉजिटिव होगा. यहाँ हम लोग क्लॉकवाइज में जा रहे हैं इसीलिए पॉजिटिव. ठीक. Now work done in various cases. So first is volume is constant. So यहाँ पे PV डायग्राम बनाते हैं. यहाँ पे वॉल्यूम अगर कांस्टेंट रहेगा, इफ V इज इक्वल टू कांस्टेंट, सो वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू 0. ठीक है. और यहाँ पे सो PV डायग्राम में वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट ऐसा बनेगा, और VP डायग्राम इसी का, तो यहाँ वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट ऐसा बनेगा. दोनों केस में बेसिकली वर्क डन जब वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट होता है इज इक्वल टू 0. Second, volume is increasing, right? So when volume is increasing, यहाँ पे आप देखें, ठीक है, so V is increasing, तो यहाँ पे work done is greater than 0. So WAB is shaded area. तो जब भी वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज करेगा तो वर्क डन इज ग्रेटर देन 0, मतलब वर्क डन इज पॉजिटिव, एंड शेडेड एरिया गिव्स यू द वर्क डन. जब वॉल्यूम इज डिक्रीजिंग, राइट, तो उस केस में वर्क डन इज नेगेटिव. सो व्हेन वॉल्यूम इज डिक्रीजिंग वर्क डन इज नेगेटिव, WAB इज माइनस ऑफ शेडेड एरिया. साइक्लिक प्रोसेस होगा तो वहां पे क्लॉकवाइज साइकिल पे प्लस ऑफ शेडेड एरिया हो जाएगा, वर्क डन इन क्लॉकवाइज साइकिल, और यहाँ पे एंटी क्लॉकवाइज साइकिल है, वर्क डन यहाँ पे नेगेटिव हो जाएगा, नेगेटिव ऑफ द शेडेड एरिया. Now in the following figure, a certain mass of a gas traces 3 paths, 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So from state A to state B, if the work done by the gas along these paths are W1, W2, W3 respectively, then we have to find. अब देखो ये जो वर्क डन होगा यहाँ पे और ये, so because इसके अंदर का एरिया सबसे ज्यादा होगा, so that means W3 is greater than W2 is greater than W1. W1 is the smallest, so area under this curve is the smallest, and that's why W1 is the smallest. So ये फर्स्ट वाला ऑप्शन यहाँ पे होगा. ठीक है, तो आप लिखोगे एरिया अंडर, so area under the third path is greater than area under second path is greater than area under first path. So that means work done in the third path is greater than work done in the second path is greater than work done in the first path. Now this third question in the following indicator diagram, the net work नेट अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क विल बी, अब देखो ये फर्स्ट वाला ये क्लॉकवाइज और सेकंड वाला एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, फर्स्ट वाला क्लॉकवाइज पॉजिटिव होगा, ये नेगेटिव होगा, नेगेटिव वाले का एरिया ज्यादा है तो इसीलिए नेट वर्क डन जो है यहाँ पे नेगेटिव होगा, ठीक है। सो वर्क डन इन द फर्स्ट लूप इज पॉजिटिव, work done in the second loop is negative. Now since area in second loop is greater than area in first loop, so that's why work done in the second loop W2 is greater than W1, right? ये हम मैग्नीट्यूड की बात कर रहे हैं। Now since W2 is negative, W1 plus W2 will also be negative. Clear? Now, in the following figure, the work done by the system during process A, B, C, A is, तो work done during this process A to B, B to C and C to A, ठीक है। तो ये पूरा प्रोसेस है, ये हम लोग देख रहे हैं एंटी क्लॉकवाइज है, राइट। तो एक तो नेगेटिव होगा, उसके बाद वी हैव टू वर्क डन इन दिस प्रोसेस इज एरिया, ये वाला एरिया, राइट। सो दिस इज इक्वल टू हाफ, so work done in process ABCA is negative of area of triangle ABC, negative of half into base into height. So this is negative of half into base, BC क्या है हमारा V2 minus V1 और AB जो होगा that is P2 minus P1, तो minus of half V2 minus V1 into P2 minus P1. So this is option fourth. ठीक है, क्लियर बच्चों? नेक्स्ट चलते हैं। अब हम लोग फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स करेंगे। So first law of thermodynamics is restatement of law of conservation of energy applied to reversible thermodynamic process. तो अगर reversible thermodynamic process है तो वैसे processes में first law of thermodynamics is just the restatement of law of conservation of energy. A reversible thermodynamic process involves interplay of following three quantities. First is work done by system on surrounding or work done by surrounding on the system. ठीक है। Internal energy of system and heat energy, heat absorbed by the system from surrounding or heat released by system to surrounding. Now suppose a system undergoes a reversible thermodynamic process such that dq is heat absorbed by the system from surrounding, du is increase in internal energy of the surrounding, and dw is work done by the system on the surrounding. So part of heat absorbed dq is used up in increasing the internal energy du of the system, and rest of it is used up in doing work on surrounding. So you will find, hence according to first law of thermodynamics, dq is equal to du plus dw. Right. Now important points about first law of thermodynamics. So this law is applicable to all the three phases of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. So first law of thermodynamics का एक पहला important point ये है कि it is applicable to all the three phases of matter. Second, du may be any type of internal energy, that is translational kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, binding energy, etc. It is a characteristic of the state of the system. dW may be any type of work done by the system. It depends upon the matter in which the system has been changed from one state to another. So it is a characteristic of process or path. Now, when a gas expands against surrounding, work is said to be done by the system, and when gas is compressed, work is said to be done on the system. In other words, when volume of gas increases, work is done by the system on surrounding, and when volume decreases, work is done on the system by the surrounding. Now, sign convention, heat supplied to the system dq is positive, heat rejected by the system is negative. फिर वर्क डन का वर्क डन बाय द सिस्टम इज पॉजिटिव एंड वर्क डन ऑन द सिस्टम इज नेगेटिव. बाय द सिस्टम एंड ऑन द सिस्टम, यहाँ हीट सप्लाइड एंड हीट रिजेक्टेड. उसके बाद if temperature increases dt is positive and du is also positive. जब टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करेगा तो इंटरनल एनर्जी इंक्रीज करता है और चेंज इन इंटरनल एनर्जी पॉजिटिव होगा. इफ टेम्परेचर डिक्रीजेस dt is negative and du is again negative. Now, fifth example is 110 joule of heat is added to a gaseous system. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे डेल्टा क्यू इज इक्वल टू प्लस ऑफ 110 जूल. राइट, अगर हम लोग साइन कन्वेंशन के हिसाब से लिखें, इज एडेड टू गैसेस सिस्टम एंड इट्स इंटरनल एनर्जी इंक्रीजेस बाय 40 जूल्स. तो जब इंटरनल एनर्जी इंक्रीज करेगा, डेल्टा यू इज प्लस ऑफ 40 जूल. अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क डन, डेल्टा डब्ल्यू हम लोग को निकालना है बाय फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स. सो बेसिक है, बेसिकली बाय फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स we will get delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. ठीक है, so that means 110 is equal to 40 plus delta W. So delta W is equal to 70 joules. Next question is 3000 joule of heat is given to a gas at constant pressure of 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square. So we are giving this heat to the system. So delta Q is equal to positive plus of 3000 joules. Second is given to a gas at constant pressure. Pressure P is equal to 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square. If its volume increases by 10 liters, delta V is equal to 10 liters. So which is 10 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. So if its volume increases by 10 liters during the process, find the change in internal energy of the system. So delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. or 3000 is equal to delta U plus P delta V. So 3000 is equal to delta U plus 2 into 10 to the power 5 into delta V is 10 to the power minus 2, or 3000 delta U plus 2000, 2 into 10 to the power 5 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this is 2000. So delta U is equal to 3000 minus 2000. This is equal to 1000 joules. Now next is work and heat, joule mechanical equivalent. So work was defined in mechanics. Its SI unit is joule and CGS unit is erg. 1 joule of work is said to be done when a force of 1 Newton displaces a body by 1 meter in the direction of force. Heat was defined in thermodynamics and its unit was chosen calorie. So 1 calorie is defined as the heat required to raise the temperature of water from 14.5 degrees Celsius to 15.5 degrees Celsius. Heat was thought to be quantity different from energy. Later, it was found that heat is a form of energy. Relation between calorie and joule was established, joule mechanical equivalent. So if W is the amount of mechanical work done and Q is the amount of heat produced, then work done is directly proportional to Q, or work is equal to JQ, where J is called joule mechanical equivalent of heat. So J is 4.186 into 10 to the power 7 joules per calorie. J is neither a constant nor a physical quantity, rather it is a conversion factor which is used to convert joule into calorie and vice versa. Now a block of ice of mass 50 kg is pushed out on a horizontal plane with a velocity 5 meter per second. Due to friction, it comes to rest after covering a distance of 25 meter. How much ice will melt? Okay. So initial kinetic energy. Okay. So initial kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, which is equal to half into mass of the ice which is melted. So तो ये तो पहले टोटल मास लेके चलेंगे क्योंकि काइनेटिक एनर्जी इसका हाफ इंटू 50 इंटू वी स्क्वायर 5 स्क्वायर हो गया, राइट. एंड नाउ अमाउंट ऑफ हीट कन्वर्टेड इनटू amount of energy converted into heat is equal to small m into L. Let small m be the mass of ice which melted due to friction. Okay. So now, so half mv square is equal to m into L करके हम लोग इसको सॉल्व करते हैं. So small ml is equal to half into 50 into 25. $625. So small m is equal to 625 by L. So this is 625 by calories में 80 कैलोरी पर ये होता है, और इसको अगर यही जूल्स में कन्वर्ट कर देंगे तो 80 into 4.2 into 10 to the power 3 joules per kg हो जाएगा. इसको if we solve it, so we'll get 625 by 80. So 1.86 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. So this much amount of ice melts because of friction. तो इसको 1.86 ग्राम भी लिख सकते हैं. 1.86 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg is equal to 1.86 gram. चलो we'll stop here, है ना. इसके आगे हम लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास में करेंगे. मोलर स्पेसिफिक हीट वगैरह है ना. we'll not be able to complete that topic, so we'll start it in the next class only. Okay, chalo, bye and take care everyone.